My name is José Manuel Vázquez. I am the president at Costa Tropical Developers. I am also a partner in B&E Hospitality. We have 30 restaurants and one hotel throughout Miami, Miami Beach, and Las Vegas. My background is from Spain. My father and my mom, both from Spain. Even though I was born in Venezuela, I left Venezuela when I was a kid. I was 7 years old, moved to Spain, and I was there until I was 14 when I came to the States. I went to school here, of course, and then I started working with my father in his international auto parts company. We used to manufacture in China and sell throughout Latin America. Did that for a good 20 years. And, after that, joined Vida y Estilo, B&E Hospitality, and I've been with them ever since. That's another 18 years I've been doing this. We have restaurants throughout Miami, Miami Beach, and also Las Vegas, a few of the hotels there. More recently, I've ventured into real estate development, land development to be precise, with Costa Tropical. We've been going for 3 years now, almost 4. We're selling land in lots in Costa Rica. We have a project there. It's about 100 acres. We are expanding because we're running out of land to sell. We also have another project we're about to launch in Bahamas, in Long Island. It's called Santera, beachfront property. And what we do is, land development, sorry. What I like about my business? Well, it depends. Restaurant business. It's an always-on business. There's always something happening. So we always have to be preparing for the next season, preparing something new. There's new trends that we need to follow very closely. Because if you don't follow the trends, then you're going to be outdated. Some of the restaurants, for example, the ones that we have now, our cycle has been open for 18 years. We did change the name once. It's used to be called Serapel. But other than that, it's a similar concept, very flexible, and what we do is just adjust the trends. Same thing when you want to open a new restaurant. You need to follow the trends, so you're current. Networking. Restaurants have introduced me, they brought me to the most interesting people in Miami that I've met. I've done very good circles. I've joined very good circles of friends through the restaurant as a networking point. Now that I'm doing real estate, what do I like about it? I like the creation. I think it's fantastic to go to a piece of land that's just cows or just trees. There's nothing there, and then to have a vision. Okay, well maybe we'll put a road here, and convert that land into somewhere that you can live, and at the same time to make people happy. In Costa Rica, for example, most of our buyers are buying retirement homes. Even though they're in their 40s and 50s, they're thinking in the future. They want to build, they want to rent Airbnb before they retire, and it makes them very happy. It's very rewarding to see people go to a project and think, oh wow, this is really what I want. This is what I've been dreaming about for years. This is what I've been saving for many years, so I can finally buy this. And it's very rewarding. At the same time, I get to travel. Go to beautiful places such as Costa Rica, Bahamas. Most people go for vacation, or go for work. When I go on our sales tours that we do, because we do sales tours. I go on ride horses. I go on whitewater rafting with the clients. They love it. We create a close-knit community. Most of our buyers know, maybe not the entire community, but they know a lot already because we put people together so they get to know each other. So even before they buy, they're already part of the community. And creating this networks is what really makes me happy. It's very rewarding. Miami. Well, I can speak for hours about Miami. Miami now is even more competitive than before, especially for the restaurant business, which is what I have in Miami, because I don't do real estate here. There's a lot of competition from many different places. We have some of the world's top restaurants that want to open in Miami because Miami is a cool place to be, and they fail. I mean, last week alone I saw two world-renowned chefs that could have opened a restaurant anywhere in the world, would have been super successful. They didn't last a year, they closed. This is very competitive and you need to know the market. Again, we've been here for a long time, so we know the market, we know the trends, but it's a tough business for restaurants. On top of that, you have the influx of cash from most Latin America, people that want to buy their green card. So how do you do it? By opening a business. So what is often a restaurant, okay? Either an investment on a EB5 building or just a restaurant. Problem is, they don't know how to run a restaurant, okay? But at the end of the day, they do take, even if they take one table from us, the other restaurant takes another table, and eventually they'll fail. They will fail like they're failing now. I mean, there's over 10, 12 restaurants closing a day in Miami because we had an oversupply of restaurants. So it's been a tough market, but I feel like there's been this, what they call the restaurant apocalypse in Miami, has been weeding out the non-professional players, or at least those that don't know the market, because you need to know the market very well. You need to know the season. You need to be prepared for the slow season. You need to be plan ahead for season, to be ready for the events, whether it's DJs, new dishes, something. So you need to always plan ahead and know what's coming, and at the same time you need to know what's coming in the summer, that you need to control expenses. So it's a very volatile economy. And in 5 years, what do I see? I see it more stable. I think it's going to keep growing. We still keep getting, I mean, I just read yesterday, half of all sales in real estate are foreign buyers from Latin America. Half. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, money keeps coming to Miami, and they look for entertainment, they look for places to eat. At the same time, you need to know your client. You need to know what price they're willing to pay, what they want to eat, and especially what entertainment they want. Because right now, restaurants, they have evolved. That people don't just want food. For example, there's two chefs that closed, I would say the names. Fantastic food, incredible food, better than ours. But it's just sterile. It's just great food. You go there once, maybe, because you have a big name, but it's not fun. People want fun. People want, whether it's a DJ or a lively atmosphere, or some kind of dancers. That's what people crave in Miami. Entertainment. My personal style, okay. Fashion-wise, I'm very traditional, conservative. I like to dress nice, but I don't like to flaunt anything. I mean, for example, when I wear t-shirts, which is often, I'm very laid back when I'm not in a business setting. You'll never see me wear a shirt with logos, or I don't own them. Maybe to go to sleep. So I'm traditional but low key. And that reflects in my personality, in my business. I believe in my way to do business is just by keep at it, keep working, consistency and discipline. Discipline is very important in life overall. For me, discipline is just it's something that I cannot function without it. For example, I work out religiously. Why? Yes, I like to be fit and need it for my mental health, but to give example to my son. I believe in leadership always by example. Leading by example, I think is, even though a lot of people say it, I mean, I think now it's kind of lost. I will never, whether it's an employee or my son, I will never tell him to do something that I haven't done or I cannot do myself. I cannot tell my son, you need to be fit and exercise. I'm laying in the couch watching TV. I don't even watch TV, by the way. I don't even have cable. Same thing for study. I cannot ask my son to do well in school if I'm not giving my best at work. I cannot tell my son, you need to learn how to fight if I don't know how to throw a punch, for example. So always leading by example. At the same time, I believe in a mentality that I picked up years ago after reading a book by a famous Navy SEAL, Jocko Willink. It's called Extreme Ownership. What does that mean? It means that you own every problem in your life. I am responsible for anything and everything around me. If the ceiling falls in my head right now, it's my fault. Why? Because I should have checked it before I sat here. If something bad happens in my house, it's my fault. Why? Because I should have prevented that. And so That kind of mentality is same thing at work. I'm responsible for anything that happens in my company, even if I'm not at work. Why? Because I should have hired a better person. I should have trained him better. Okay. So ultimate ownership of anything in life, I think, is it changed my life completely. To be honest, I don't blame anything on anybody ever. Everything is I'm responsible for, and this is what I try to teach to my kid as well. What experiences I like to relive? I can speak for hours about this because I really had a beautiful life so far. I can start with my childhood in Spain. It was incredible. Gangs of anywhere from 10 to 25 kids in the 8 to 13, 14-year-old range, just riding our bikes around town. In the countryside, steal lemons, make lemonade, break into old factories that are falling apart to explore. That was an incredible childhood, and I was very lucky to have lived those years in Spain. Then, what else would I like to recreate? Well, before I had the responsibilities that I have now, I went to live and practice in Japan, martial arts. That was incredible. Again, this is before cell phones, no responsibilities. So we would just walk throughout Tokyo from different dojos or different instructors, senseis, in the same art, but they each had their own dojo. So the Dai Shihan, the biggest instructors. So one guy had a class on Tuesdays in the morning. Another guy had a class Tuesday night. So we had to cross Tokyo in the train. And that was my life for a while. I did it a few times. I went back and forth, and it was incredible. Because even if I could go now, I'll go maybe for a week, But it's not like before, where we're 3 guys sleeping on the floor in a small, like a studio in Japan, outside of Tokyo. It would take us an hour and a half to get to the city, to get to inside of Tokyo. And with one kerosene lamp to keep us warm where we slept on the floor. I don't know how we're alive, because we could have died for carbon monoxide inhalation, but it was some of the best years of my life, going to Japan and practice. And then in Miami here also, a practice that I did that again, I had nothing to worry about. I was still young, so even though I was working for my dad, I wasn't really as involved as I am now in the business. And so yeah, those are some great memories. Well, if I could have dinner with somebody dead or alive, the honest answer would be my father. Passed away. I would love to have dinner with him again. But maybe that's not what you want to hear, because that doesn't reflect my personality. Who would I pick? You know who I like a lot? Jordan Peterson. I like Jordan Peterson a lot. I think he's brilliant. And I think that I would love to have dinner with him and just listen to him and explore his mind. Not that I haven't listened to enough of his speeches or podcasts, but still, a one-on-one with him I think would be fantastic. That's something that I would really cherish. Okay, if I had to do a documentary, what would it be? I'm very passionate about history. Okay, I grew up when I was a kid in Spain, jumping off a Roman bridge into the river. I grew up climbing ruins in Spain, the Phoenicians or Roman ruins. I've been in the Great Wall of China. I've hiked Machu Picchu. I love ancient history. So, and I feel now that all this time growing up, I read about ancient history and all the things didn't make sense. So now there's all these new studies coming out, all these new researches showing us that there's a big chance that ancient history was completely different than what we think it is. Okay, so starting with the Egyptian pyramids. Many people think that they're much older than they really are, than the current Egyptians actually just found them pretty much and just built their culture around them. But this is an example, the most known one. This same dilemma exists throughout Asia, throughout South America, And now even with DNA tests, we show that South Americans did not come through the land bridge in Alaska. In fact, they came directly from boats from Asia. How? How did they get here? I mean, so if I could do if I had unlimited money to do a documentary, I would dig into this, into studying ancient history, and not what the archaeologists tell us nowadays, but to dig deeper, and see if these alternate theories have any attraction, which I'm pretty sure they do. My bucket list, I don't have anything in particular that I say I want to do it, because if I had it, I would have done it already. I don't wait. I want to see my son graduate. I want to see him get married. That's my bucket list. That's something I work towards every day. I do like to explore nature. I love hiking. I love hiking national parks. I was just in Zion. I was in Tetons. I was in Yellowstone. I go deep in the mountain to be away from people and just immerse in nature. That's what I'm doing most now. So you can say that my bucket list is to hike as many beautiful places as possible. I've hiked volcanoes in Costa Rica. I've hiked the Machu Picchu, as I mentioned before. I've hiked a lot of places. I've hiked Spain. But the more remote, the more wild it is, the more I like it. And I feel that the world is big, and I'm not going to run out of places to hike. How do I want to be remembered? Well, my legacy, I hope that my family, because honestly, they're really the ones I care about, remembering me, is that I was a good leader of the family, that I work hard for them, and that I gave them my best. I think that's what I want to be remembered for. That's what I remember my father. My life philosophy is to keep going, even from martial arts. My grandmaster, Masaki Hatsumi, is 96 years old now in Japan. He would always say, "Ganbate," means keep going, keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, and just never give up. Never give up. You only lose when you quit. Otherwise, you're still in the game. Even if you get defeated, even if you're down, you get up and keep going. And then eventually you get it. And maybe you won't even get what you want. You get something else. Might be better. But just never give up. I mean, I don't understand that word. Meaning that concept. I just gotta keep going. I'm never defeated, because I'm always getting up and continuing. A message for Mr. Black members. Life is short. Enjoy it. Live honorably. And always do your best. Be an honest person. And always speak the truth. I think the truth opens a lot of doors. And even the smallest lies you need to cover for. I mean, you get anxious. And listen, I'm sure I've said lies before when I was younger, because we all do, but that's something that I learned through one of the people, Jordan Peterson, like you mentioned, is always speak the truth. The truth will set you free. And at first I didn't understand that sentence until I started experimenting that. Just always say the truth, and it feels liberating. Of course, don't be disrespectful, but never lie. Just be honest, never lie.